Thank you very much, Mark.
Oh, thank you. Free hugs.
Mark, I don't think he told you that other than nothing that I told you about him being true, or other than that fact, which
Are you the drinking problem?
Right.
It's pretty close.
Okay. Sounds close. But other than that, we did spend quite a bit of time in sweat lodges together.
Gladiator movies, right?
Yeah, well, you were there, Steve. Steve was there with us.
I must have been drinking Jameson.
Steve was a sweat lodge aficionado. What do you think the best sweat lodge was? You think it was Kinsman or?
There's nothing like the Schwitz, because a bunch of old Jewish guys in there with us.
I'm talking about that dilapidated rallies that we kind of boarded up the windows on it and we made a sweat lodge.
Yeah. What was really neat? I mean, this is true entrepreneurism, They took a Molotov cocktail, threw it into a car, and we just got in the back seat. It was like, it was amazing.
It was a Harvey Wallbanger.
See,
That's a Harvey Wallbanger Molotov cocktail.
Yeah.
You need Galliano to make those. Galliano and kerosene. Whew.
I'm starting to feel warm again.
Yeah, kerosene will make you warm. Drink enough of that. Well, actually, I don't know if we were drinking kerosene at the sweat lodge, but this was a sweat lodge just down 490 here, and we were there. I think there were 3 other fellas that we didn't know.
I thought they were serious.
Everybody was naked. At least I was naked.
Like the Asian?
Yeah, they could have been.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. That was a flashback.
You got a drug test coming up, Steve.
I'm studying.
Good.
I've got the Cliff Notes version.
The yellow cocaine, not so good. The blue cocaine, not so good. Kind of smelled like windshield washer fluid.
I didn't eat the yellow snow, though.
No. Oh, yellow snow. Okay, anyway, so we were in the sweat lodge, and we were Mark and Steve and Joshua and myself and 3 other guys. And we were talking about how cold it was outside and how hot it was inside. And it was hot because of the sweat lodge, not because of the company. Although, trust me, we were all pretty hot. Not for each other, unfortunately, but there was a little pinhole of light in the ceiling of the sweat lodge, and we were all sitting there. And I don't know if I was hallucinating, but I thought I saw a little butterfly come through that hole. Now, mind you, it's like 6 below zero out, and a little butterfly, little purple and orange butterfly comes into the hole, and it comes down and gets lower and then hits the fire and bursts into flames and goes away. And Mark looked at that and said, no, I'm sorry, Joshua looked at that and said, that's a poem. And then he wrote the poem. I don't know if you still have that poem. If you'll read it tonight.
I thought I had it memorized.
But,
Here, do it.
And then the three Japanese gentlemen started to wrestle with us. And it was
I had a nice shot at the back of your head.
Yeah, okay.
we got I think I pulled something in my leg. I think your neck got fucked up, or there was like a hold. No, you held the guy and he was all turning purple. You started punching him in the head. I think that's where that knife fight at the Chinese buffet came from. You ever been to Chinese buffets? It's like the American junk hangout. It's amazing. Me and my brother were at a Chinese buffet once, and there was a guy who he would eat, and then when he was full, he would pull out his Game Boy, and he would play his Game Boy for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then he would go back and eat. I think he probably was doing that for a long time. And then Steve said, that would make a great poem, and he wrote it down. And I hope you're going to read that one, Steve. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I'm actually working on it. Maybe it'll be a spontaneous one.
Yeah, that Chinese buffet egg foo young is no good. It's no good. But anyway, we're talking about the wrestling match. So the guy had Mark in a headlock. No, Mark had the guy in the headlock and was punching him in the head. And I think it was the show of unity between all of us, because Joshua flew across the rallies and tackled this guy that was beating on Steve, and then Steve jumped on the other guy, and I just sat in the corner and smoked.
I wasn't naked, was I?
We were all naked. Yeah, we were all naked. I think.
I'm trying to remember which sweat was.
Well, that's all hallucination under duress of heavy sweating and heat and steam heat.
Peyote.
Steam heat. But I mean, I think it was at that point when we all realized that we could take these guys, and we did. I think, although I got their numbers after they left, and I saw them later. We went and had drinks at the Velvet Tango room, in the back room, and but it was. I think it was after that experience, and when we were leaving, and we were walking down East 55th in our swaddling clothes and 6 below winter weather, but we were warm because of the steam heat, and we were warm because of the camaraderie. And I think that's when Steve said, "You know what? You guys are going to be the future greeters tonight." So
things I do to bring people in.
It was something, yeah. It was something. Well, that's why he's a networking genius. He's willing to do anything for this rating. So, although Mark's show at the Sweat Lodge wrestling engagement was impressive, what really impressed me was the metered, form-laden fighting style of Joshua Gage.
It was a gazelle.
It was like when he would punch, you could feel the rhythm. And it was like an iambic pentameter. It's like boom, 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 boom.
B-B-A.
Yeah, but then 5 and whatever. Fuck that shit. So and I think you got that from Shakespeare, right? Didn't you know Shakespeare?
Yeah, we're drinking.
Owes me money still.
Yeah, right.
He's a funny guy, Shakespeare.
Yeah, I didn't have any pockets.
You don't see him unless you're sufficiently shit-faced. And he loves the boys. Oh yeah. Shakespeare loves the boys. But he also loves a good drink, and he also loves a good reading in a warm, friendly atmosphere. Just like Joshua Gage likes. Just like ladies and gentlemen, he's a king among kings. The royal purple robe says it all. Please put your hands together nicely and give a warm, warm feeling to Joshua Gage. Yeah!